What is going on, guys? Welcome to GregglesTV Daily Rewind. This is where we go back 1 week and put all of those videos in one single video. And this week's news was tons of Galaxy Note 10 news. We have the official launch date, when it's going to be unveiled and where. We also talk about some controversy going on with some other Samsung phones in terms of water resistance, and so much more, guys. There's a lot of news about the Galaxy Note 10. We've got news on the OnePlus and all that. So watch this week's video. Let me know what your favorite news story was of the week, and I will see you in the next one. Let's get into the tech news. First story of the day is if you have a Galaxy Note 8, the June update is bringing with it a new camera mode, and it's going to be the QR scanning mode. So you'll be able to go into your camera and scan QR codes directly from the camera app. Now, this is rolling out, like I said, in the June update. It looks like America probably won't get this until July's update, unfortunately, but a lot of the rest of the world is getting it in the June update. But eventually it should come to everybody's Note 8. But yeah, kind of a cool thing that they're putting that in the Galaxy Note 8. Oh, before I forget, if you don't know what a QR code is, it's those little barcode things that you can scan and they bring you to different websites or they bring up different information. That's what that is, and it's going to be able to do that from the camera app. Next up, OnePlus has sent out a cryptic push message to OnePlus 7 Pro users. And as you can see, it's just a bunch of gibberish, and it looks like another language as well. I guess the other language, I believe is Chinese, I could be mistaken, is just ha 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 ha. That's basically what it translates to. They put out an official statement regarding this, saying during an internal test, our Oxygen OS team accidentally sent out a global push notification to some OnePlus 7 Pro users. We would like to apologize for any difficulties and assure you that our team is currently investigating the error. We'll share more information soon. So it just seems like an error, nothing really to worry about, but if you did get this, let us know in the comments down below. And the last story of the day is about the Galaxy Note 10. I was literally just about to do my news story like I do now, and this story popped up in my feed, and it comes from T3.com, which is, I guess, affiliated or colleagues of TechRadar.com, and they wrote on their website that Samsung has confirmed the existence of the Samsung Galaxy Note 10. They said, speaking at a roundtable event where our colleagues from TechRadar were in attendance, Samsung CEO DJ Ko concluded in response to a question about Bixby, and I quote, "And for our Note 10, it will be another phase for Bixby." So there you guys go. Note 10 will obviously be the name. Nothing really huge and groundbreaking here, but I know a lot of you guys are just itching for Note 10 news, and this popped up, so I thought it would be good to share. Remember, August 7th is supposed to be the rumored launch date. That's what CNET reported. That's what I put on my news, I don't know, a week or two ago about. And so it's just right around the corner, about a little over a month away at this point, before we'll get our hands and eyes on the new Galaxy Note 10. If you didn't see my morning news video that I released today, Samsung has officially announced the launch of the Samsung Galaxy Note 10. It's going to be, as we thought, on August 7th, 2019 at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York. Now, I'll link that video down below if you want to watch it. I was invited, so I talk all about that and stuff. So check out that video, but it is now official. August 7th will be the launch of the Note 10. The next story is for all of my Galaxy Fold fans, and it is from DJ Ko. He was recently interviewed, and he said that Samsung admits Galaxy Fold was sent out before it was ready. And I quote, "It was embarrassing. I pushed it through before it was ready. I do admit I missed something on the foldable phone, but we are in the process of recovery." He did say that 2,000 units of the Galaxy Fold are being tested right now in all aspects. We defined all the issues, some issues we didn't even think about, but thanks to the reviewers, mass volume testing is ongoing. As for an actual release date, he said in due course. He also said it would not be canceled, so if you were thinking it's going to be canceled or anything like that, said it's not going to be, so hopefully it's just a matter of time before the Galaxy Fold is released. Next up, if you have a Galaxy S9 or Note 9, they're actually getting the same live focus features that the Galaxy S10 line of phones have, and that update's rolling out right now. So if you have that phone, check for an update and do it, and you should have the same kind of live focus features that the new S10 has, which is great. You're basically getting a lot of the features currently that the newer phone has, and that's the way it should be, because the phone can definitely do what the S10 can do in almost every aspect. And the last story of the day is about the S10 USA version, and this is an update that's rolling out right now to AT&T customers. Currently, they're the first in the United States to get this, and that is night mode for the camera for the S10 in the United States. It looks like T-Mobile pushed out an update recently and it does not have it. Verizon also pushed out the update. It might have it, I just don't know. So if you're Verizon, let us know. But AT&T definitely is getting night mode with this update. They're the first carrier to push this out. I still don't have the June update. And I have the unlocked version, so if I had it, I'd let you guys know. But yeah, it looks like if you have AT&T, you can now use night mode to get better night photos. Let's get into the tech news. First story of the day is about the Galaxy S10 finally outselling the Galaxy S9 year over year. So the Galaxy S10 last quarter sold 12 million units worldwide. That's a 12% increase over the Galaxy S9. And that's awesome news right there. And then overall, just based off model S10 Plus, S10, S10e, it actually went in that order in terms of popularity. So the Galaxy S10 Plus accounted for 42% of total sales for the Galaxy S10 line. Galaxy S10 line, which surprised me a lot, was number 2 at 32%. And then in third place was the Galaxy S10e with 22%. I really thought the Galaxy S10e would be the number 2 selling phone out of the S10 line of phones. S10 Plus being number 1 doesn't surprise me. People always want the best phone, the biggest phone. The general population does, I feel like. So that, again, that doesn't surprise me. But the Galaxy S10, somewhere that phone sitting in the middle, basically very close in sales to the Galaxy S10 Plus. I think that's totally shocking. What do you guys think? And the last story of the day is about the Samsung Galaxy Fold. If you remember yesterday, if you watched yesterday's news anyway, we talked about the Galaxy Fold having its issues fixed. DJ Ko was on a panel and he talked about fixing all the screen issues and all that stuff that was having problems with it, and now it's in testing phase with 2,000 other users, and they're giving their feedback and really putting it through its paces to make sure there's no other issues with this device. Well, it looks like this comes from Sam Mobile saying a new report has that Samsung has now completed a 2-month redesign of the Galaxy Fold to fix the screen failures, with mass production set to begin soon. The Galaxy Fold can now be expected to arrive in time for the holiday season. Now, obviously, just before we dive too much into this, Samsung might release this fairly soon or even way before the holiday season, but I tend to agree with this report that it will come out in the holiday season. I've kind of already talked about this in the past, and Galaxy Note 10 comes out in August, or at least early September at the very latest. There's no way they're going to release it during that time period. They don't want to convolute the market with 2 flagship phones. So that leads us to them. I would think the earliest they'll release this is October. Maybe November or December, but somewhere in the October to December time range, just because, again, they don't want to have multiple flagship phones too close to each other. The Galaxy S11 will be coming out soon as well, so I would guess October or November they would end up releasing this phone. It'll be a cool little holiday gift, a really nice holiday gift for someone to purchase for somebody else, or just to get for yourself. So that's where I see it coming out. Today is Independence Day here in America, so it's going to be a very slow news day. And if you didn't know, this is the day we declared our independence from England. So screw you, England. Just kidding. Don't worry about it. I love you, England. Actually, I want to go there very bad. Really bad. It's one of the places I want to visit the most out of all the countries. That and Japan for sure. Anyways, guys, let's get into the tech news. We only have one story today, and it comes out of Australia. Samsung is being sued by the Australian consumer watchdog for misleading Galaxy phone water resistance ads. They went on to say, the quote says, the ACCC alleges Samsung's advertisements falsely and misleadingly represented that Galaxy phones would be suitable for use in or for exposure to all types of water, including in ocean water and swimming pools, and would not be affected by such exposure to water for the life of the phone, when this was not the case. So basically, Samsung has shown ads that have the phone in like swimming pools and I guess ocean water. Haven't found the ocean water one, but definitely swimming pools, as you see on the screen. And it's not rated for that because on their website, It says Samsung has denied warranty claims for customers whose phones were damaged after being used in water. It then points out that Samsung's own website mentions that the new Galaxy S10 series is not advised for beach or pool use. Now, I have dipped my Galaxy phones in water, but it's fresh water. It's like literally from the sink and just put it in that and whatever. But I've never put it in the pool, and I've also never done it in the ocean. That sounded dirty, but you know what I meant by it. So I don't know, maybe have you guys had issues with swimming with your phone in the ocean or in the pool and it, you know, not working, then you try to return it to Samsung and again they deny your warranty claim, or even fresh water. I've heard that before where like people have just like dropped it in water, you know, fresh water or whatever, and then Samsung denies the claim even though it is IP rating. Let's get into the tech news. We only have one story today, and more case renders have leaked out for the Galaxy Note 10, and it gives you photos of these case renders from every single angle. And this one, we'll start off with what we see right here, which was the top and the bottom. And we can see, we'll look at the bottom on the right hand side. You can see the S Pen, you see the speaker, you see the USB-C, and you see the microphone. And then at the top, you see the microphone and then that weird little port at the top. So finding out what that fully is later on, I guess. And then after that, you just see a bunch of different photos here that show off the phone. Like I said, basically at every single angle, and so you see all the cameras and the flash, and this is a see-through case, so obviously it allows you to see completely everything. And you are looking at the Galaxy Note 10 and Note 10 Plus lines of this. As you can see, it's got, you know, flash and time of flight for the Galaxy Note 10 Plus. That's why you see 3 dots on the right hand side next to the flash, and then 1 dot to the right. That's the Note 10. And the color they're showing off here is kind of like that prism white that changes different colors. But overall, yeah, nothing really new to see, just more of the same. But again, just to whet your appetite, get you feverish for this new phone that'll be out announced on August 7th in New York City. Let's get into the tech news. Wasn't a ton of news today on Saturday, but Ice Universe put out a bunch of tweets just talking kind of about Samsung as a whole and their innovative or not so innovative ways lately. Let's check out these tweets. It says the reason for the decline in Samsung's phone business is that the product innovation is insufficient. It has become as lazy as Apple. After the camera's advantage has been surpassed by Huawei, even Samsung's biggest advantage of display has been overtaken by the opponent. 90 Hz refresh rate screen solution was discussed within Samsung a few years ago, but it was not adopted. It has been adopted by OnePlus and has achieved great success. The 90-degree curved screen design that goes beyond Note 7 is also smashed by Samsung and offers such screens to other brands. It is not that it cannot be innovative, but the policymakers lack the courage to innovate and miss exciting opportunities again and again. Some good points there. Have they been innovative as they were years ago? They kind of haven't. Have they played it safe since the Note 7 with, you know, very incremental battery upgrades at times? Definitely. There's things just like that. I mean, those two things right there in terms of the Samsung phone had everything, and it had things that other phones didn't have at the time, and it was the best of the best. And now you're getting to a point where it's kind of the same or even equal or even less sometimes in terms of other phones. He made a great point, the 90 Hz refresh rate on the OnePlus 7, which is basically a Samsung screen, and they're using it, but Samsung's not on their newest flagship phone. 90 Hz refresh rate, if you didn't know, just makes it much more fluid and basically almost seamless when you're looking at the screen, you know, scrolling or playing gaming, things like that. It's really, really smooth. And then other things like battery upgrades. Remember when the Note 7 had the battery explosion, and then shortly after that, the next phone had a it either had a smaller battery, I think it had a smaller battery if I remember correctly, and then the next year after that wasn't that large, and now recently they bumped it up, you know, 500, 700 milliamps since the last version. But other than that, it's not really a big thing. And then the cameras were some of the best cameras, and they still kind of are, I'll give it that. So the video I still feel is awesome. I love shooting video. Taking photos can be hit or miss. Sometimes it comes out blurry for me in terms of people when I'm taking pictures of their face. But then when I do that with the pixel's sharp as anything and works great. So, and then also specs overall, it used to be, you know, the most, and they've come close to that at times. You know, you can still get a phone with 12 gigabytes of RAM, one terabyte of storage, which is basically the most you can get in almost any phone. But they've only recently done that. They were, you know, giving us a lot of the same specs as other phones. So I'd like to see more innovative things. And that's just normal things on a regular basis that I've mentioned. There's things that obviously I'm not thinking about that they could come out with to make these phones even crazier. Obviously the foldable phone, they tried to do that. They've pulled that back a little bit and delayed it, which I guess can be a good thing. I just think they're a more cautious company, which can be a good thing and a boring thing at the same time. We want products that are going to work. We want products that are going to be reliable, but at the same time, a lot of people, I know from you guys, people that watch my channel, are a little bit bored with the Note 10 and the Note 10 Pro, or Note 10 Plus, what it's called now. Let's get into the tech news. Only one story today, and it is about the Galaxy Note 10, Note 10 Pro. It comes from a tweet from Ice Universe, who is a leaker, and he said the following. In the second half of the year, there will be no better screen than the Note 10, which is not a huge surprise given the fact that the Note line of phones usually has the best, or one of the best, ranked cell phone screens of any smartphone every single year. Now, Apple also gives it good competition as well, especially this past year with their phones, especially because they're using Samsung displays on there. Sometimes use LG, but overall, Samsung usually always comes up on top or number 2 at the very least. So again, not a huge surprise, and obviously it hasn't even been ranked yet, but Ice Universe usually releases good information about phones that are going to come out in the future or the near future at that. And this coming out with the best display. It might not have a 90 hertz display as some other phones, but a 90 hertz display doesn't overall mean the quality. He's talking about the quality of the display is going to be the best on the Galaxy Note 10 line of phones, which is great to hear, because what do you look at the most on your phone? You look at the display, and the display is one of the most important things to have on a phone if you definitely want a beautiful display. And remember, the launch of the Galaxy Note 10, Note 10 Plus, I keep calling the Note 10 Plus the Pro, so I know I've done that in this video, but regardless, the Note 10 Plus and Note 10 Pro are the same exact thing, but they will be calling it the Note 10 Plus. Will be unveiled August 7th, New York City, Brooklyn, New York, Barclays Center, at, I think it was like 4 p.m. Eastern. I will be at the event. And anyways, yeah, but let me know what you think is gonna be the most important feature on the Galaxy Note 10 and Note 10 Pro. Like, what's the thing that really makes you buy the phone? Is it the display? Is it the camera? Is it the speed of the phone? Is it the quality of the overall feeling of the phone? Let me know in the comments down below what's literally like the most important day-to-day feature for you. For me, I probably would say the display. Why not? I use it, I look at it all the time, so I'll probably say the display. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys down the road.